Qatar opens the world's first women-only mosque, a historic space designed exclusively for women. The image that I've used is from Towards Understanding Islam on Facebook. Although they and other pages have posted this recently, I believe this mosque was made quite a few months ago in 2025. I think it's going to be a year soon, or maybe even more. And now the information that I'm reading is from al-Mujadilah.qa. Our name inspired by Surah al-Mujadilah. She who discourses intentionally invokes the legacy of Khawla bint Thalaba, a companion of the Prophet ﷺ, who sought to rectify her improper divorce. Her grievance resulted not only in the revelation of the beginning of the surah, but a change in the laws of divorce that continues to have impact on Islamic law until today. Khawla embodies the legacy of women in Islam who identify problems and beseech Allah directly for assistance. In the stories of Hajar, Maryam, Asiya, we witness women who faced seemingly insurmountable challenges, and in their moments of greatest need implored Allah directly. In each case, their prayers were answered and their actions left in indelible mark not only on their immediate communities but on society more broadly. For women to study, dialogue and worship in a community inspired by the tradition of the mosque as the axis of society, that was the mission, the vision. Al-Mujadilah would foster a Muslim society where all women are engaged, their participation and contributions acknowledged and recognized, and their concerns and perspectives shape contemporary Muslim thought and open public discourse. And you can read the rest of some of their information on their website. There are various different pages you can read about, and something positive to see. And many uneducated Muslims, as well as ignorant far right thugs and people who are against Islam, who maybe they are ignorant or they choose to be ignorant. They say Islam is oppressive to women. There's no women's spaces, and why do they have to wear the hijab and other things and inheritance and all the other things that they bring up incorrectly without actually studying. This is an example, and we're seeing women's spaces becoming more mainstream now. Maybe 20 years ago it wasn't, because they prioritized the men, because that was when people first started creating spaces in non-Muslim countries, mosques and educational institutes, and they focus on men because men are the ones that are instructed to establish the prayer in the mosque and congregation. I'm not saying women can't, but it's more encouraged for men. So for those reasons and other reasons, people focused on men. Maybe they should have focused on women also, but for whatever they didn't. But now they are on the spaces dedicated, and not just the corner of the mosque, the actual dedicated spaces, a lot of room, different facilities, and things like this. Teachers of high caliber teaching women, and this is an example. And we see other examples, and we see examples of women who are well learned, studied a lot, are experts in different fields of Islamic sciences, and they teach and they do different things that men do. And also, I'm assuming there will be prayers in this mosque. And I'm assuming that the prayers will be the fardh prayers, including Jumu'ah and Eid and stuff like this. In all form of the hype, there's differences in terms of can women lead other women in prayers. We're not even going to go into can women lead men and other things. Can women lead other women in prayers? There's different opinions, and a lot would agree on that they can lead the prayers in nafil prayer, optional prayer, but not the fard. But even then, there's different opinions, and many say if they did, then it wouldn't necessarily be sinful, or under other opinions. And there's a lot of different things that have been said over the years, and particularly in this modern age, there's been new research and opinions to cater for women. But regardless, it's something positive to see. And even women who maybe they like they wanted spaces like this, but maybe they also take the opinion that women shouldn't need. Even women in prayer, they might pray somewhere else, at home or in a mosque led by men, but then they would come somewhere like here to learn, to study, a space to speak to other women on other reasons. So something positive to see, and maybe this will be the start of similar things around the world. And also note, I've not seen anything like this anywhere else. Maybe there is, but I don't know. But note that this is in a Muslim country, so you're not seeing something like this, the first of its kind, you could say, maybe in a non-Muslim country. You're seeing it in a Muslim majority country, and it's something positive to see. And this is something that we can try and replicate in non-Muslim countries as well. Maybe with slight differences, um, but it's good to see, and it's good to see that there's stuff like this happening in Muslim countries as well, because many people say Muslim countries are X, Y, and Z, particularly for women, and this is an example of that they are not like this.